Hey, good morning, everybody. It's a very beautiful morning here in South Florida. I'm making this video as one of those now defunct video responses, technically, to YouTube username Matthew419. It's a Christian YouTuber. I put a link to the video below, and you can, of course, access his channel from the video. I put up a video late last night called An Atheist Prayer. Now I want to read you a message I sent personally to Len, Matthew419, and I kind of sounded mildly stupid because I sent this before I needed to watch the video literally 3 times to understand that there wasn't a purposefully malicious nature of this video, but it's very easy as an atheist to have an instant volatile reaction to it. Because it's kind of offensively ignorant, and I literally thought it was a parody or some sort of jab, a joke, at first. And what I'm going to read to you is my own words, because I have the humility to not edit myself to make me look better. What I sent to him almost immediately after watching this, and you will probably also see the comment I sent him, which was of a similar tone. Now, I encourage you to please watch the video. It's very short. It's like 2 minutes first, and it's literally just some piano music and a scrolling text of a prayer. The description box for it says something along the lines of that it was actually written by a theologist of some sort, and it was done in a scholarly sense, and the intent is to help atheists come back to the faith. Now, I'm going to read you verbatim what I sent him here, 7 o'clock this morning. Len, bro, I got to talk to you about your last video. I doubt you're physically at your keyboard at this time of night, but I figure you'll read this at some point, and hopefully, because I got to tell you something. Now, I probably will not be the first to tell you that your last video was offensive, and I would call it crude, vulgar, and possibly insane, but look, atheists have made it a regular pastime on YouTube to blaspheme in all sorts of ways, ridiculously offensive ways, so I'm going to meet you halfway on this one. You post a lot of videos where you go out preaching the gospel. You've expressed interest in winning souls to Jesus Christ, and have expressed that wish to me personally, which I was on probably the highlight of my YouTube career, or YouTube experience even, where I was on a Google Hangout that Len posted that was watched by a fairly decent number of people live, and a fairly decent number of people on YouTube. It wasn't a great big thing, and probably was nothing huge, but Len was really cool because Len didn't have a whole lot of subscribers at this point. I think he had at least probably over 100 or around theirs, and he had on oh god, I'm so bad with names, several important YouTubers, and a couple ones that are up and coming and mid-level guys. My favorite guy he had on was Shives, who I was just freaking like a fanboy to be on the same kind of panel type thing as him. And another guy I really like, who hasn't made a video in a little while, but as far as I know is still relatively active, and that's holy crap, I just had a really bad brain fart, Our Godless World. Great guy, excellent videos, just doesn't have the time to put up as many as he'd like. Now I'm gonna get back to reading this. So where did I leave off? So I'm going to meet you halfway on this one. And he said that he has expressed that wish to me personally, because he said, and it pissed off some of the atheists that I don't carry the line with. I like to be personable and discuss human being to human being, not even ideologue to ideologue, because I believe that the exchange of ideas is made at the non-confrontational level, and that sounds against the idea and anathema to debate, but it's the way I do things, because I believe it's most effective in my experience, which we atheists do things by experience, evidence, observation. Now allow me to return. You've expressed interest in winning souls to Jesus Christ, and have expressed that wish to me personally, which, though I'm not going to do that because I do not believe in the Christian creed, I recognize that wish and that gesture is coming from a place of compassion and love, which are 2 principles that I very much do believe in. So, Len, I gotta tell you, you're not, I repeat, not going to impress any atheists with that kind of shit, pardon my language. but the term is appropriate. And the Christians you might impress or entertain are not going to be of the Christ-like variety, at least not in the majority. When I went through deconversion, I prayed, and I prayed with humility, grief, and even immense fear. And I begged to not live in a world without a just and caring God. It was only after this process that I did a lot of research and came to the conclusion through examination of evidence and watching scores of hours of debates that I felt okay with being an atheist. I would not be ashamed to give you a real atheist prayer for an atheist who wants to believe, and you can take down that video and put up the very words I personally prayed. And that's if you have the courtesy and really, Len, the wisdom, capital letters, to realize, because you can't italicize on Skype, that at the very least, this video that I am talking about, this atheist prayer, is not in line with the Christian values that I at least thought you stood for. As offended as I am, I really don't think this video does you any good. It might be funny or amusing or, I don't know, of some unknown value to some of the church fellows you know, but seriously, Len, it doesn't sound like you. That's not the kind of stuff I would think of a guy like you putting out. And well, that's probably more than enough of a rant from me. I hope you at least consider what I said. And I had already made a video about me really not liking this video before. And before I get to Len's response that he actually got to me, I guess before he went to work this morning, I had said in this video that I literally almost put up before he just answered me on Skype and literally stopped me in the process pressing the upload button. I said, Len, I like you as a person. I respect you as a human being. And I don't think you're of the offensive, dangerous, or even all that badly scientifically illiterate of a Christian, and you rate on my Christian fundamentalist level of benign. I have no wish to deconvert you, to stop you from doing what you're doing. I don't care if you stay a Christian or not, and I think you as a person and what you're doing in your life produce a lot of good through being a Christian, so I don't care. And I know that's kind of traitor speak, blasphemy to the atheist community. We want to win all the souls back. I guess some of us do. I just want to reach people, and I want to be the face of reasonable, but not even reasonable in the debate sense, reasonable in the personable sense, atheist. You know, I'm friends with Christians. I'm friends with the earth is 6,000-year-old creationist Christians of the scary Ken Ham variety. But through talking with these people and getting to know them as people, a lot of the views expressed by Christopher Hitchens and Dawkins about not everybody can be this diehard militant and stuff. And it is true how much of a gray area is really here, because she believes this stuff, and no matter how much we discuss it respectfully and even jovially as friends, I'm probably not going to move her, and she has the respect for me to not even try to move me. She pretty much went through it once, and I said, I'd like to. Because I said to Len, like, look, I really prayed really hard, because I've been probably almost too much information level candid about how I did not have a good time growing up, and I've lived a tough life, and I tried to be born again. And I don't know if I've said that I went through the Lutheran Church confirmation process that led up to me being baptized. It's kind of like one of the Protestant versions of catechism. You know, I was baptized when I was old enough to know what I was doing. And as early as I think 4 years ago, when I was pretty much going through this deconversion process, I did more than just pray. I went to Bible studies. I went to discussion groups with Christians. I volunteered at Christian charities. I've put in at least 30 hours, probably closer to 50 or 60, but I'm not going to over-exaggerate. Hours in a Christian-run food bank down here in South Florida, and I helped cross ministries. Like, I went out and picked corn in the summer heat on a Saturday in the morning, out with a bunch of Christians, picking corn from a part of a field that was just going to be plowed under to make a road. And they said, hey, let us take all that corn so we can put it in food bank, feed the hungry. You know, the real Christian values that we sometimes kind of shelter ourselves dueling with some kind of, you know, assholes, that we forget that there are good people who are benign, if not incredibly beneficial at the individual and some group levels. And I guess we have to remain opposed and at least vigilant of Christianity as a whole, but I can't compete on that level. I compete on the personal level. So I like Len, and I asked him, with all that I just read to you, and in this video I tend to be more respectful of that, because look, I watched this video 3 times before I got that it was actually meant to help atheists and help people losing their faith. And when I tried and failed through my overeagerness and anger, you know, acting out of anger, being stupid, used a lot of harsh language, probably pissed him off a little bit. He was a little bit brusque with me on the return. Just a little, only a little. That, look, take this video down. It's not going to help you. No atheist is going to take this prayer seriously, and I urge you guys, still, if you stomach this much of the video, go watch that. No atheist is going to be impressed, and I don't see a Christian who is in the process of losing his faith legitimately, like seriously, to have this prayer be any value. And I was dead serious when I said that I prayed seriously, fervently, and with faith to believe. And I tried to surrender because I lived such a crappy life that I did not come out ahead on. I didn't develop some sort of personal goal or a career path or life-changing, heroic charity thing out of this stuff. I got pretty much bunk, but a lot of therapy bills and stuff for the crap I went through. And I wanted desperately, for literally years and years, that I went through a lot of abuse and just bad living conditions and just really crappy shit. I wanted that reward in heaven so bad because I was so obsessed with justice and fairness to try to find it in a really unfair life, that I thought that that was the best solution. And I wanted that God, and I wanted that love, and I wanted heaven. I wanted salvation. I took this seriously. I know I'm repeating myself, but I just don't know if anybody's going to believe me. And I said, I will give you the prayers I prayed that don't contain any of this "I hate you, Lord" bullshit that nobody said. Look, if you're an atheist to the point where you hate the Lord, and you're an atheist, keep in mind, an atheist, you don't believe he exists. So even though I'm not really towing that party line, everybody's correct when they say we are not going to say a prayer where we're literally and purposefully talking to something that doesn't exist while expressing an confusing and weird and kind of absurd amount of hatred towards this thing that we don't believe exists. And I literally missed him because there's several instances of the word hate, and like 2 of the word "teach me to love you, God" come into my heart, force me to love you. Okay, look, this is a terrible prayer that does not suit his purpose, because here's Len's response right here on the Skype. Where's the frick's the camera? Skype. Me, Len. Okay. Len answered me, "If everything you tell me is true, then there should be nothing offensive about my video, dude. Furthermore, you know that there is nothing in that prayer that I cannot demonstrate from Scripture. So there is nothing for me to be ashamed of about the prayer." Because I told him a lot of shame on you. Seriously, dude, what the fuck's wrong with you? Put the video down. I'm telling him right now, take the video down. Take the video down, Len. Finally, I put up this video precisely because it could help somebody. If you read the description box, you know I didn't author this prayer. Nevertheless, I won't be taking the video down precisely because it is a biblical prayer, and that may be a true help to somebody. All the best. I'm off to work now. And I caught him just, I think, quick enough to say, is there a chapter and verse for this one? I'm very curious. And he answered, I assume you're asking specifically about the hatred of God. No, for this prayer. I assumed it's literally in the Bible because you referred to it as biblical. And Matthew 4:19 responded, Len, when we say biblical, we are talking about principles. In other words, can the principles being taught be found in the Bible, not the word for word? And I said, look, I'm going to put up a video about your atheist prayer video. Though I don't need your permission, I ask out of respect for you if I have permission to reference this conversation in said video. And I know you got to work, so you can watch the video and catch it later. And message me later. He says, I am not one to censor anybody. This is another one of the reasons why I like him, because, dude, his videos are just smeared with dislikes, some of which are very undeserved and childish, which I don't do. Some of them are. But whatever, that's beside the point. He says, I'm not one to censor anybody. It is your channel, bro, and you can do with it what thou wilt. And I said, okay, I guess we can discuss it more later. Have a good day. You too, bro. All the best. I said, okay. I like Len. It is more so that I'm making this video because I like him, that I want him to take that video down, because I swear to you I'm not lying, being facetious, or misleading you when I'm saying that if your intended stated purpose for this video is to help people keep the faith, come back to the faith, stay in the faith, whatever it is, cease deconversion, this video will not serve that purpose, Len. It sucks. And I'm telling you that I will put up stuff I really said in all of its sad, pitiful, candid glory. And I will not lie to you. And you can put this video up in its place, because I am willing to help you do what you are intending to do if it takes that fucking video down. Because, bro, I like you. I don't want you to fail. Again, I know that's kind of like trader speak. And it's because I like you as a person that I think this video is not representative of your level of intelligence, of your level of respect for the atheist community. If you people haven't seen this Google Hangout, it's on his channel where I was on there with Steve Shives, Our Godless World, was it Dorian Stretton? God, I'm so bad with names. There was two more people I don't remember. Oh God, dude, my memory's so bad. You'll see them there. A lot of these guys, big names, girls too. Lots of channel. I was the least subscribed person to just be really lucky enough. He liked my response video to end up on that panel. I got to meet Steve Shives, who I love, and the guy's, has enough subscribers where he can't personally talk to every fan and stuff. So it was cool to get to express love to him face to face and stuff. But look, he was, besides I guess Steve and possibly me, the most respectful person on that panel, which is rare for Google Hangouts with Christians and atheists. Either they're both assholes or the Christian's the asshole, in my experience. I haven't seen them all. Don't take it as gospel. But he listened to us and interrupted almost nobody, and interrupted only when it was appropriate. He did not get mad, and when a couple of the atheists on the panel, I've already done a video of how much I was pissed at them, the atheists, so I don't need to mention them by name or do any of that crap, but look, he was nothing but respectful to them. Never raised his voice, never swore, never yelled over, never talked over, never shook his head like an ignorant asshole. He just said, look, I don't believe that, I don't accept that, or I need to read more on the subject. This guy is Matthew 4:19 is the example of what I would like to be dealing with on YouTube in the entirety of the Christian community. This guy is a good gold standard for respect, real reasoned discourse where the two parties are listening to each other and not shouting for the benefit of the audience. And it is because I like him that I'm trying to do him the favor of just take down the video. I'm not asking you to apologize for it. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm saying that I do not believe this video is going to help you and it's going to piss off people. Take it down. Okay, I went on for 20 whole damn minutes. Not a good person with time. Look, that's all I got to say. I like Len. I'm an atheist. Through and through. Len is a very serious, street preaching, person converting, real deal and very Christ-like Christian. He's the kind of guy I like to know if they're going to be, you know, Christian, and we're going to discuss this kind of stuff. So I'm not looking to have him draw negative attention or look at feedback. I'm trying to protect him from that. If he doesn't believe me, that's fine. Whatever. I did my Christian duty, buddy. Talk to you later.